I get people asking me about doing photo shoots and video shoots and what that is like when you're on the road. So hey, join me on this road trip and I'll show you what happens, good, bad, and ugly. The first thing that I'm going to need to do is figure out what still photography and video equipment I'm going to need, and then I pull those road cases from storage. So one of the questions I get a lot is, gee Kevin, why don't you fly more? Why do you drive? Well, this is why. We've got all kinds of toys and goodies in this road case. We've got the video cameras. We've got a couple of video cameras. There's a 4K and a 1080p camera. We've also got a couple external monitors. We've got our lavalier microphones, got some shotgun mics, and a few other goodies. You can see we've got a couple of drones that we take. They're identical. So in case we crash one, which does happen occasionally, it's an expensive mistake, but it does happen. You got another one, you can go right to the bag, and there you go, there's your second drone. We've also got another 1080 video camera that we take and have that as well as another backup. It's always good to have backups. We've got a bunch of lenses in here. There's about 8 lenses, all different sizes. They all have different purposes. We've also got a little Canon 405 video camera. That's nice for working in tight spots. We've got our road case that's got some of the chargers for the drone and some of the cameras. In the yellow case is all the GoPro stuff, so all the mounts and the extra cameras. I've got 3 GoPro cameras that I use for that. And then I've also got my 35 millimeter photography bag, so that's got 3 lenses in it, a couple of bodies. And then we got a couple of tripods, a video tripod and the still tripod. So as you can see, there's lots and lots of stuff. So now what we'll try to do is get all that in the car and we'll see what happens. It's day 1. Got 1,000 miles to drive today. As you can see, my hands are on 10 and 2, trying to be safe. Don't want to get into any trouble. We're just going to rock and roll today. Be putting miles on and get to destination 1 sometime tonight, and away we go. I left Green Valley this morning a little after 5 o'clock, and here it is almost 8 o'clock at night. Driven about 950 miles today, so it's been a long day, but a good day. And the good thing is I will have a short day tomorrow, not nearly as bad as today. I would always rather do that because then that second day get into the hotel at a more normal time and can get rested up and ready to go for the first day of shooting. Now the other fun is tonight when I get to the hotel here, all the things that are in the car, all that gear that you saw me put in this morning will all have to come out of the car. Everything has to go up in the room. You can't leave anything in the car. So that's always fun as well, and that routine happens every night and every morning. You have to bring everything out of the hotel room and put it back in the car. So there you go. It's day 2 and I'm back on the road again. Was able to sleep in a little bit. It's 6:30, so a little bit of a later start than I normally would have. Got 467 miles to get to the hotel. So about an 8-hour drive today, 15 yesterday. That's 23 hours of drive. Last night I get to the hotel, quick story. I always love to tell quick stories. Last night I get to the hotel, there are no carts. Now you've seen the amount of gear I have, and so I ask at the front desk, they look on the security cameras, no carts in the hallway. So I tell them I'll go run a couple quick errands, I'll come back. Come back about a half hour later, still no carts. They look on the cameras, no carts. They were very kind. They did offer to help, and I said, you don't realize how much stuff I have. So needless to say, I had to carry everything up to the room, and that took 6 trips. Thank God this morning there were carts, and so it only took 2 trips. So that's one of the fun things of being on the road with a bunch of stuff like I've got. Sometimes it's always an adventure.
Your grease, pull that grease gun up just a little higher for me. There you go, good. All right, looks like we got the GoPro all set up, ready to go. You can see I got the whole shot. The wide shot, I can see exactly what the operator sees. I can see his controls and what he's doing. So we'll rock and roll. We'll let him do his thing. The day's almost done. We have had a long, busy day today. Shot lots of footage. We've had the GoPro in the cab, as you saw. We've got the drone going. That's been great. Got lots of great footage from the air with that. And we got a lot of great footage from the ground too. So the machine's still working. I got a little bit more to do. We're at the end of a hot day. The beer's gonna taste real good tonight.
So we're back at the hotel. The work day is done. It was a long, hot, dusty day, and you're thinking, why am I looking at batteries? Well, this is part of the fun. When I get back to the hotel, we have to charge all the goodies from the day. So we have batteries for the still camera, and we have the drone controller, and we've got all the drone batteries. There's 11 batteries that have to be charged for the drone. And we've also got the iPad that we're charging. We use that with the drone, and more drone batteries and GoPro batteries. And then we also have the 4K camera's got its video batteries as well. It's day 2, and you can see the machines are already out here working. We got a great day to shoot again, so that's going to be good. We were out here bright and early, about 6:30 this morning. We already started shooting, so we'll rock and roll today, and then we're heading out, and we'll go to the next location tomorrow.
Well, you don't want me to get a phone call in the middle of this?
We don't want anybody to get caught. Okay, let's go ahead and let's set up.
Yes, that's a problem.
We have 5 machines here currently, and we may move a couple more in if we get close to the deadline and possibly make it. But we may.
One of the things we're wanting to get is some ground shots here, and we don't want everything to be from the drone because it all looks the same. But the problem is you can't always see the machine, so having to wait for him to come out of the clear, and then we'll get some stuff from the ground. Every night when we get back to the hotel room, besides getting the batteries all charged up for all the cameras, we also have to download all the content from the day's shoot. So in the case of today, we had GoPro, drone, still, and ground video. Probably in excess of about 250 gig during the day. All right, it's day 3 of our shoot. As you can see, we are on top of a mountain. We've got the fog rolling in the background. And we got a different machine, obviously different locations, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of stuff we get today. We'll have some fun.
That's nice. AC, that's good. I haven't had it. Let's go.
Well, the photo shoot is over. I am in the car. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, and I've got a 2-day drive back to Green Valley. We had a really good shoot. We lucked out. The weather was absolutely perfect. No rain, because that usually can cause a lot of problems for us. So all in all, I'd say everything worked out good. Shot about 600 gigabytes of video and photography, so there'll be a lot of footage and photos to go through when I get back home.
It should be fun.
It's the end of the 2-day drive, and I'm back in Green Valley and almost home, and very happy about that. It's been a long 7 days, driven 3,600 miles. We had 2 locations, one in Oregon, the other in Washington. Now I'll get the rental car unpacked, the equipment put on the shelves, and then the rental car returned. After that, it's time to get on the computer. We got a lot of work to do there too. One of the other things I learned a long time ago about using rental cars for photo shoots is that they get pretty dirty inside and out from these shoots. So before I return the car back to the rental car company, I usually run it through the car wash, get it all cleaned out inside and out, and that avoids the $250 cleaning charge. Now that we're back home, before we can start on anything else, we need to get all that content from the shoot into the computer so we can work with it. When you see this content going into the computer, it's not actually going into the computer. I've got it going into an external RAID hard drive, and this is one of the drives that I use for video editing. It's a 48 terabyte hard drive, and it's amazing how fast you can fill this thing up. Now that we've got all the content into the computers from the photo shoot, I've got computer number 1, and it's processed all the still and drone photography into JPEGs. We shoot in a RAW format, and the computer will convert everything into JPEGs. The second thing that we have the computer do is ask it to make contact sheets, which you're seeing now. And that puts 30 images on a page. It's got the file number of each image, and the client can look through these, and it makes selection of images much easier. Now I've got the second computer working in Final Cut Pro. We've added the timecode text boxes that you see in the center, and what this does, it allows the client to view the interview with the customer, and then they can tell me what time to start a certain clip and then what time to end. You've got 2 boxes. The first box is the source box. The second box is the camera and the serial number of the camera. In the source box, it's showing you the time in hours, minutes, seconds, and also frame number, which is the last number. We'll generate a low-res file for the client with this text on the screen. From there, they can tell me exactly what clips they want to use in the video, and I can go right to the source code and find that section of time, and away we go. One of the other things I have to do at the end of the shoot is go through all my receipts from the road trip. So I'll have receipts for gas, food, hotel, rental car. I need to organize all those, and then those are added to the invoice for the client. Well, we're just about wrapped up with this portion of the photo shoot. I'm taking a hard drive, which I've loaded all the content on, and I'm going over to UPS. I'm going to be sending this off to the client in Illinois, and then he can start looking at all the photos and the video. From there, in a couple of weeks, I'll be working on editing from this project. He'll look at stuff, tell me what clips he wants, what he doesn't want, and we'll probably put anywhere from 3 to 4 videos together from this shoot. I hope you've enjoyed seeing this behind-the-scenes look at a photo shoot, what all goes on from the driving to the equipment to the fun that we have. I really enjoy doing this kind of work, and if I didn't enjoy it, I would not be doing it. So thanks again, everybody.